Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be reacting to Dantdms setup, so let's do this.
Okay, this is what my setup looked like 2 years ago, and this is what it looks like now.
Oh my god, that is nice! Does he have two computers? That's two computers, bro. First off the bat, Dantdms, amazing. Minecraft on the screen. Wow, this is incredible. We have two computers. Nice.
Now, so you guys have wanted me to do a brand new setup tour for ages, so here it is. As you've just seen,
This videos are really nice.
it's changed a ton since last time and since I've started streaming. So let's take a look at it all. So this is my streaming PC. I have it sideways because the RGB looks really cool through the custom glass. Shout out to Chill Blast for doing that. It looks incredible. And the specs are an Intel i9 CPU at 3.6 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a GeForce 2080 Ti graphics card.
That is insane. That's so good. It's like kind of on my computer, but different. I do have 28 gigs of RAM. I have a GeForce 3060 or whatever. Yeah, let's just go.
And I've got terabyte hard drives and also an Elgato 4K 60 Pro capture card. Then we have the gaming PC, which has similar specs, but also has a brand new RTX 3090 graphics card. This is the best in the game right now, and a massive thank you to Nvidia for sending this to me, and I'll show you more on how good this thing is later in the video. Next up are my three monitors. The one in the middle is a BenQ Zowie 24.5 inch 240 hertz monitor, which is connected to my gaming PC. I use this because my gaming PC can output pretty much any game at 240 frames a second, and this monitor can match that as an output. I went from 60 hertz all the way up to 240 hertz in one jump, and it's insane. Everything looks super smooth, and if you can make the jump, I'd highly recommend it. Even 60 to 144 is going to be so worth it. The other two are my old 27-inch Asus PG278Q monitors, which run off of my recording and streaming PC. The right one I have swiveled round into portrait mode because it's much easier for reading Twitch chat when I stream, and to be honest, that's literally the only reason. For a microphone, I use a Shure SM7B, which is then connected via an XLR to my Tube MPC hardware audio compressor, which is then connected to my Go XLR. I do this because I just prefer the sound of a hardware audio.
Everyone has the Go XLR. Like, is it really that good? Should I get it, guys?
Go compressor.
Guys, comment down below if I should get the Go XLR.
Compared to software ones. So I run my microphone through that and then into the Go XLR, which also has other compressors and EQ that you can add on top. And just below that, I also run a Focusrite 2i2 audio interface, which runs sound out to my speakers, which we'll get to later. As for the Go XLR, I use this mainly for my live streaming, as it lets me split up everything that's audio into different tracks. For example, my gaming PC and streaming PC have different audio channels, which I can control over the faders right here.
Yeah, that is nice. That's pretty helpful for audio, good audio. And another thing with audio, like guys, like it's a good idea to make it so like every time you yell, it doesn't go any louder. That's what I find really nice. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'll probably figure it out, because every time I yell, it's really loud. So I mean, I could just go into an open shot and mess with the volume every time I yell. Down. I guess I could do that, but it's easier to just keeps your voice at the same levels.
And everything else like Discord audio and my microphone can be changed live as well. So what I end up hearing in my headphones is literally what goes out to the stream. So I can tell if anything's going wrong, sounding funny, or I can figure out if something is too loud or too quiet and just change it straight away using the Go XLR faders. It's a really cool piece of kit, especially for live streaming. For my cameras, I use a Sony A7 with a Zeiss FE 1.855 lens. I actually have two of these hooked up to my streaming PC via Elgato cam links. Cam links, by the way, are awesome. It changes a HDMI output into a USB input, so you can plug pretty much any camera, bar a few models, into your PC and turn it into a webcam. So you get quality like this through a USB. They're insane, and I run two of them. And the reason I have two cameras is because sometimes I need a second camera for stuff like Pokemon card openings, or using it for PugCam when you guys want that too, or for any roaming shots. I keep this one still, and it's always in the same place, so it's always in the right place at the right time. And then all the other shots that you've seen in this video are done with the roaming other camera, which is exactly the same. These have full autofocus and blur out the background really well, so you can see my face really clearly, and I just love the way these look, so ended up getting two. The next thing I use pretty much just for streaming is my Elgato Stream Deck. This can be programmed to do pretty much anything on your PC or on OBS, which is the program I use to stream, but I mainly use it for changing scenes when streaming.
I use OBS to record and stream. You guys don't know that. I told you guys that, didn't I?
Streaming and muting my microphone in Discord. It's super easy to use and is amazing for all live video control. For my keyboards, I use the same for both PCs. I use 60% size keyboards just because they feel better for me when I'm gaming, and they save a lot of desk space too. These particular ones are a brand called Magic Force, and they're pretty cheap for what they are, but are great keyboards. Then for my mice, I have two glorious Model O's in both matte black and matte white. The white set of peripherals are for my recording PC, and the black set is for my gaming PC. Just makes it much easier at a quick glance to see which one I need to use for what I'm doing. For lights, I now use my two Elgato key lights. These are much smaller than my old ones and are controlled via a simple app, which can change the brightness and color tone. But most importantly, they don't get as hot as my traditional light boxes with huge bulbs, which is a massive plus for long sessions sitting in front of them. For my audio speakers, I use Rocket KRK5s. I've had these forever and they always sound incredible no matter what I'm doing. I have them mounted up really high on stands now, and they just
really good.
Sound so much better than when they were just sitting on my desk. And finally, I do use a second microphone sometimes, which is attached to my gaming PC should I need it for things like in-game chat, which can get tricky when you're running two PC setup. If you've seen any of my Rust videos or streams, this is the mic I use. It's an Elgato Wave 3 connected via USB, and it's super simple to use, set up, and just sounds great out of the box. Just for full disclosure, I am actually partnered by Elgato through my Twitch channel, so massive shout outs to them for sending me pretty much every bit of Elgato kit that you've seen so far. However, I have personally bought and used Elgato products for over like 7 years now, because they genuinely make some of the greatest products for creators.
Okay guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You guys can enjoy this. Dantdms. Take over for a second. I'll be back.
Is online, and I would highly recommend them. Finally, for my consoles, when I use them, I have an Xbox Series X, and I also have PlayStation 5, which feed into my gaming PC via an Elgato 4K 60 Pro. Then I capture that through my streaming PC and play it through the monitor, if that makes sense. Other equipment I use in my day-to-day are my headphones. They're Audio-Technica MX500s, and then also my SCUF controller. The reason I use a SCUF controller is because they have paddles on the back, which makes it much easier for stuff like Fortnite when you're jumping and shooting at the same time. If you have the opportunity to try and use paddles, use them. They're good. And then finally, another camera I've had for ages is a Canon G7X. And I use that for just random pickup shots or any shots that I need that are away from my computer so I can't use cam links. Again, highly recommend. So that's pretty much everything I use on a day-to-day basis. And the way it works is I have my gaming PC, which feeds into my streaming or recording PC via HDMI and Elgato. And the way I do that is I mirror the screens. One output goes to my monitor and one output goes into my recording PC. Then into my recording PC also goes this camera and my other camera via Elgato cam link, and I capture everything using my recording PC. And the reason I do that, by the way, separating out the gaming and the recording, is because that means that your recording PC is doing all of the work just on recording, and your gaming PC focuses on the highest frames, the lowest input, and getting the best quality out of your gaming. Because if you're doing everything on one PC, you've got one graphics card, one set of RAM, and one processor doing all the work. And that's a lot,
Jeez, one processor, but
if you're streaming, recording, and gaming at the same time. So if, like me, you have the ability to use two PCs, it's a little bit tricky to get used to, but when you've done it, it's so much better. Make some better videos, better quality videos, and better quality gameplay as well, because your game is running at 100% of what it can do at all times. Other programs I use OBS for streaming and for recording my face cam in videos. And then I use XSplit to record my gameplay. And I've just done this for ages. It works and has never failed me. So I just keep on using it. I also use OBS to record all of my audio. And if you go into the advanced properties, you can split it out into different tracks as well. So I have all my game audio, Discord audio, and my mic completely separate when I pull it into a editing software. I personally use Premiere Pro when I edit, and then anything for thumbnails, images, graphics, anything like that, I use Photoshop. Discord for any voice chat, and then also the GoXLR app, which you need to run GoXLR, is really good because you can run audio from anywhere to pretty much anywhere.
apparently GoXLR is really good. I think I should get it. Okay. I have the money.
So that's really handy to separate everything out for recording.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot.
And as I mentioned, Nvidia were kind enough to send me a 3090, which I'm incredibly grateful for because they're really hard to get and they're the best in the game. So I just wanted to quickly show you what that can do to a game like Minecraft. So it is the new Coliseum RTX World. And if you have an RTX graphics card, you can use this. Just search RTX on the Minecraft Windows 10 version, Bedrock. And you've got loads of free maps to play with, which look like this.
Ooh.
Oh
my
man.
God. Look at that. What is that? What is that? Is that a fan?
It looks so good.
Oh my God. That is crisp.
Wait, there's like...
That is crispy clean. Oh my God.
There's something down there. Hey, hold up. Look at this place. So these are the RTX shaders. They look really nice when you're pretty much anywhere with decent lighting. Even the floor. You see the shadows on there and the lighting, the ray tracing that's going on. It just looks insane. These little pockets of light here look so good. And this is another reason why I use a 2 PC setup, is because my gaming PC needs to work extremely hard to play this. So if I tried to record at the same time, the frames would be awful. But since I'm using 2 different PCs, the workload is shared, and that means I can record pretty much flawlessly. Look at this. It's so insane. I wanna go down here though. Look at the shine of the shine of the metal here. I don't even know what block this is. Hey, there we go. Creative mode. There was somewhere you could go down, right? Oh
my God.
Oh, hey pandas. Look how amazing they look. I know it's still the blocky effects of Minecraft, but look at the rays.
Jeez.
That looks crazy. I've used this before, but not the full version. This is insane. This takes your worlds to the next level. It just looks so smooth and welcoming. And look at the blocks like fire. And the reflections from the bricks. I don't even feel like I'm playing the same game anymore. It looks crazy. I'm very impressed. Wow. This is the coolest bit for me. The actual ray tracing that comes through the ceiling. And it's like separated out by the texture and the pattern of the grate. That's nuts. And look, it's just gone in because the sun's moving. Yeah, this is very impressive. Very impressive indeed. So Nvidia, thank you for sending this. I greatly appreciate it. Oh!
I know, this has nothing to do with this. Well, kind of.
It's lava? Oh, yeah, that's lava. Oh, jeez. It's my favorite room. Oh, this is definitely my favorite room. Look at this. I've never thought about using lava in this way. Oh, this is water. Yeah, water looks insane too. Look at that. And all the light and stuff. Let me see if I can do it. Time set day. The light and stuff refracts through the water too. So it just looks nuts. This is the future of Minecraft, kiddos. Look at the floor. You can see the reflections of the roof and the ceiling in the tiles. Oh, is this an aquarium? Oh, that looks crazy too. Did you ever think Minecraft would look like this? It's like shaders, but better. Look at the floor. It's
I mean,
through.
guys, I've ran some pretty decent RTX, but nothing like this. Jesus.
Oh man, it's through glass and then through water. That looks sick. Is that through water too? Whoa. Okay, I could look at this all day. This is crazy. So there you go. That's what the 3090 can do, and that's how I record really intense stuff by using a split PC setup. And I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything that I use every day. Now, obviously, I didn't start with this setup, and I definitely don't suggest that if you want to get into content creation, you gotta buy all this stuff. Do not do that. I started out on like a £30 computer that I bought a separate graphics card for. I could only play games in 25 frames a second. Videos took like 4 hours to render plus. And because it's my job and I've done pretty well at it, I've been able to invest that money. This probably cost about, I want to say $10,000, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but I've accumulated it over the years. Another interesting point actually, which is very, very good for sound, is I had to treat this whole room with audio panels. Let me show you. So the ceiling has like a fake ceiling, a whole set of panels up here just to capture sound. This wall back here is actually...
I don't think I've seen these cables. And gotta see the cables, man.
Actually a fake wall. It's all absorbent paneling, and then you can still hang stuff on it, which is pretty cool. So that absorbs sound. More panels up here, and then behind these curtains, the curtains are gonna absorb sound anyway, but we have like these hexagon things. They're like foam panels that cover these floor to ceiling windows. Glass is the worst thing to reflect sound, so I had to add these in, and it does a pretty good job. It ain't cheap, but it was so worth it because this room was just awful for any sound. Yeah, that's pretty much my setup. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that's enough.
Okay, guys, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll catch you guys in another reaction video. Bye, y'all.